And a pleasant good afternoon on a Sunday afternoon where we have been waiting for about 2 years for this to happen with the 580 Roller Derby girls, that we actually had an agreement to live stream some of their events in the Great Plains Coliseum. And then COVID hit, and COVID is not a friend of anyone. And so basically that kind of squelched that for 2 years. They weren't able to participate, but now they're going to kick off before the preliminary of their season, an outdoor event here at 38th and Lee, right by the complex of the baseball fields that we have seen for so long. And so now as the girls getting ready, and so we've got live action for those who are joining us on Facebook and, of course, on the network on OSN1. So we appreciate that. Appreciate your willingness to be here on what we thought, is this going to take place? Is the rain going to take us out of contention? Because there's been so many setbacks for this to be able to take place. So we're excited to bring it to you, and hopefully throughout the season as well, as we'll have 580 Roller Derby girls going to be able to have their presentation of a season, which we've not had in the last couple of years. So it's a great opportunity, and so you'll stick around, and we'll continue with live action 580 Roller Derby girls right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, AeroSign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. AeroSign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955. Hi,
I'm Dr. Todd Bridges.
And I'm Dr. Nathan Buckner.
Did you know our dental practice is one of only 6% of practices in the United States that provide care from an all-digital platform?
We fabricate crowns, bridges, and place implants with advanced digital technology.
If you want to be part of this digital revolution in dental care, call us today at 248-6700 or visit our website at bridgesandbucknerdentistry.com.
We look forward.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American Airman, kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
Feet. We use them every day, working, playing, and usually taking them for granted. If your feet hurt, see the professionals at Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic. They've been serving Southwest Oklahoma for the past 36 years, providing the highest quality care and combining the latest technology with old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. With 3 locations to serve you, Lawton, Duncan, and Altus. Call today or visit us online at swokfoot.com.
Back here live, the 38th and Lee. Of course, with the baseball park just right down below us, and this is the rink that's got us ready for action in the 580 roller derby. And I think we're going to need a little bit of help with our gentleman that's going to help call this, because even though as Sports Network, we've done all kinds of sporting events, mainly high school sporting events for the past 7 years with 11 high schools that we follow. And we've also done cornhole, and we've kind of picked up some different things along the way. College rugby Saturday, which we had both men and women yesterday in action. So now we add 580 roller derby girls and their action with roller derby action, and we're excited to bring that to you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. So I think they're getting their they had all kinds of help. They had people squeegeeing the court because we had that rain, and now it looks like it's dry enough, and hopefully will stay that way. We're going to take one more timeout and be back to action. They'll probably have some other introduction of players, and we'll do that right after this timeout as you're watching 580 roller derby girl action right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
So we're back here, and I've actually got Jeff joining with me, and he was kind of explaining a little bit of how the scoring goes, and I think I'm going to leave that to you. And I know you're here with some wireless mics, and you're going to be able to entertain the crowd. Decent crowd here coming for this opening. And what did they had a name for this? What did they call this for this kickoff?
For this actual event?
This event, yes.
I don't know. It's not really a sanctioned bout. It's just trying to get the word out about the 580 roller derby girls and get some participation from the crowd, and maybe even get some new recruits in there.
Wow.
I know that Jancy Pants over here to my right. Jance, do they have a name for this this showdown out here today?
Yeah, happy to be back, and I understand that's. You know, if you followed the 580 roller derby girls on their Facebook page and looking for recruits, and it's a great opportunity, and a great opportunity for us to be able to have this. And we're live on Facebook Live, and we're on the Oklahoma Sports Network. For those new that are watching for the first time and the 580 fan base, you can easily find us. They say, where do you find us? Well, you can go on Apple or Android devices, and you just search Oklahoma Sports Network. You'll be able to download the app. It's free to watch, and OSN 1 is one of the opportunities where you can be able to see different sporting events for the 11 schools that we have in the network. So we have 11 high schools that we cover, all three Lawton schools, Cache, Elgin, also Altus, Newcastle, Middell with Midwest City, Carl Albert, and Del City, and Yukon. And so that's a full slate of high school football each and every Fridays. In fact, we just got concluded with that. And then college rugby, we started off with SNU, and we had both men and women in action on Saturday, and you can catch that on OSN1. And then all of these broadcasts, about an hour after its conclusion, will be up on archives, so you'll be able to watch that. So, Jeff, I guess it's just exciting to have girls, roller derby back in action.
Definitely, yeah. They've been playing teamed up with a team out of Ada, Oklahoma. So people are traveling from all over the place to get a piece of this action, and it's definitely addicting. I know my wife started playing back in the early 2000s in North Carolina out there with the Appalachian Roller Girls, and we've been moving around just being part of the military for a while. And like I said, it's people from all different walks of life. It doesn't matter. They're accepting of anybody. People putting on skates for the first time, coming out, getting into practices, and then you see them grow up and get ready for the bouts, and then they're out there skating like a bunch of pros out there. So it's really cool to see all the progression.
And what kind of role do you serve? I mean, since you're
supportive husband. There goes my wife, Betsy Poop, right there. They've been referring to me as Mr. Poop for now. I guess that's my derby call sign. Big thing out here for them is all their call signs. You'll see people like Agony here, number 1-4. We got Dulce coming in there. There's Blazing Asian coming in hot always.
Wow. And so they and do you think that they choose their names, or did someone choose it for them, and kind of a mixture of that combination?
It's
I'm sure you didn't sign up for that name.
I did not join up for Mr. Poop there, but I think a lot of it is self-induced and then kind of signed off by the rest of the girls.
Well, we're glad to just do this, and I was in our opening I was saying that we're just so glad to bring this because I 2 years ago contacted the organization and said, hey, we'd like to do this, and then COVID hit, and then and everything just crashed after that, and then they took another year off after that for indoor events and stuff like that because you're normally out in the Coliseum. So it was kind of like a 2-year hiatus for us to be able to say, man, we'd like to get this in action and get people involved in it. And so I'm just glad that, and then it started raining today, and then I put out the is this going to happen? And they said, well, we looked at the radar and it's supposed to stop, and it has. Thankfully, cross our fingers, stopped by the time that you guys get started. And they put a squeegee in your hand, and you were squeegeeing the court. So I guess you do a lot of other stuff that's behind the scenes with this.
A lot of behind the scenes work out here. Yeah, me and Jancy Pants over here were out there squeegeeing the court, and I think the wind was definitely in our favor too today, because we'd get some dry spots out there, and it's looking really good right now. We got more dry than wet out here, and that's definitely something to think about. And that's something that the girls are always thinking about too. You can see different color wheels. They got different size wheels, different densities of their wheels and stuff like that, depending on the court that they're playing on. Some girls are very specific on what kind of wheels they're playing on. They want more grip, they want more slide, and I guess it all depends on what position they're playing. If they're playing blocker, if they're going to be the jammer, or they're going to be or the pivot there. So everyone's pretty particular.
I was also asking you, and I know it's not a straight answer, so I said, boy, you open yourself into a whole new world. I said, now, how is this scored? And you said, well, it all depends, and you got to keep up with it. So I don't think we're going to iron this out to really kind of make this a thing when we get to the Coliseum and have a little bit more structure. But since I really don't know how it's scored, you can kind of keep us up to that, because the action's probably going to be fast and furious, because, this is not a slow motion activity at all.
No, it's definitely not. Basically, the big highlight that you're going to want to look for is you're going to want to look for the player that has this star on their helmet, and they're called the jammer. The point of the jammer is they got to break free of all the blockers in the beginning of the jam there, and once the first person breaks free, they're considered the lead jammer. All right. Now, both jammers can score in any of the jams, but the lead jammer has the advantage of if they want to call it off, they'll do a move with their hands. They'll go from their head to their hips, and the refs are watching them the whole time, and once they go from their head to their hips a few times, that's calling off the jam. So jams are normally 2 minutes, but like I said, that lead jammer has the advantage from breaking out first from the pack and then making their first round. Now, after they've made their first round, the goal for the jammer is to make it past the all the blockers once again. And as soon as she starts passing those blockers, there'll be 4 of them normally as long as there's not a penalty. And if she gets by or they get by all 4 of the blockers and then make another round, that's 4 points right there for every person that they pass. And it's the same for the other jammer. Here we got something coming up here. There's Jancy Pants coming on here. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Poop here?
At this time, I'd like you all to stand for our national anthem.
I think they're going to do the national anthem. So as they do that, we're going to take one time out, and we'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs, we make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs, save more lives.
We come from different backgrounds, with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
All right, we're back here, and we're going to have player introductions here for the 580 Roller Derby Girl, and I don't even know who we're playing. So, what team
this is going to be the white team versus the black team here. Like I said, we got some volunteers with the I guess the marriage team up in Ada there. We even got girls coming from Wichita Falls, Texas there.
Going to have to cue my camera person of who am I following.
Is this one working? Quick announcement from one of our refs here.
I just wanted to say thank you guys for coming, but also if your children are here, there is a memorial over at the skate park around that side, so please be sure not to touch those boards that are stacked up, all right? And if you have, no big deal, just please put them
Respect for the memorial. Very good. All right. Thank you very much. All right, and with that, it looks like we're going to do some team introductions here. First, we'll start off with the white team. White team, you ready to go? They seem pretty pumped up on the white team over there. And representing the white team, number 14 is Agony. Here she comes. Next up, we have number 77, Crash. Coming in at 0.5, we got Half Pint. 0.5 is half for people that don't know that one. At number 27, we got Harlot Oscara. Representing, oh, and it's a birthday. Happy birthday. Representing number 6, Niner Dulce. And maybe the tastiest name of all day, number 729, Smackaroni and Cheese. I'm hungry now. All right, and then we got the black team up. Black team, you guys ready to go? Good, because you're going. Number 88, we got Storm. Where number 44, we got Blazin'. Keep a quick eye out for that one. Coming in at number 2, we got Poop. That's my wife. Also, we got Badger repping no number. What number you rocking, Badger? Number 7. Lucky number 7 for Badger. And number 62, Molly. And number 35, we got the Childish Gambino. Jambino. That's close. What's up? Thanks. Here we go. All right,
so,
folks.
Give us a little introduction to how this gets started.
All right, so everybody's lining up at the jam line right now. White team versus black team. That's pretty obvious. What we're going to want to be watching here, folks, is the ladies with the stars on their helmets right now. Those are the jammers. They're going to try and break free of this pack here. They got all the defense up, ready to go. You see them taking their defensive positions there. And there they go. And they're off. There goes Molly, off for the lead jam. Wait, now they're fighting for position, and the jammer that breaks out first is going to get lead jam, which gives them an advantage to call off the 2-minute jam at their leisure, whether it be strategic or whatever they have. There goes number, and we're having looks like a no pack call. They've got spread too thin. So you can see the ref here in the blue helmet pointing to number 27. She's going to be the lead jammer for this one. She's got that advantage. Molly coming up hot behind her, though. Now her objective is to make it through those blockers, and every blocker that she passes is going to be a point. Looks like Molly made it through a couple people and then got pushed outside the track there. When they get pushed outside the track, they got to go all the way back to the – you can see her walking Molly back there. They got to go all the way back to the last person in the pack and try to make their way through all again. Here we go. We got lead jammer again coming out. That's number 27, Harlot Oscara. Molly coming right behind her. Molly coming in fast and makes it around. I think she caught him off guard there. Looked good. Ooh, big hit. Blazing's down. There goes Scarlett trying to make her way around. She's going to have to make it through number 2, Betsy Poop first. And she does it. There she goes. There goes Molly again around the inside. Oh, now we got a skate off. Is she going to catch up to her? Molly and Scarlett making their way around again. Oh, and it sounds like that was maybe the 2 minutes there, or they called it off. I didn't see it. Putting the points on the board, maybe? Nope. Okay, we got somebody else coming in, putting the jammer panty on there with the star. We got Smackaroni and Cheese wearing the star, and the Childish Gambino for the black team. A lot of good footwork going on here today. A lot of good footwork. It's a 5-second call, getting ready for the jam to start. It'll be 2 minutes or until the lead jammer calls it off. They're fighting for position. Got to make it through those blockers. People going down. Thank God. There you go. Number 35, the Childish Gambino out getting lead jammer there. 729 trying to make it through the pack. Getting blocked. There she goes. Oh, stay inside that track. Oh, there she goes. Good push by the Childish Gambino. That'll be 4 points for her there. She made it past 4 girls. 729 still trying to make it through. Trying to get, almost. That's a track. See, she's got to go all the way back there. Blazing running her back. And she's got to try and make it all the way through the pack. Taking on all that heat again, getting beat around. I have never played roller derby, but I would not want to be in the middle of that sandwich. Here comes Childish Gambino around again. Just Getting stopped real good. Oh, and good move right there. She had her blockers make a nice path for her, and she was able to skate around on the inside. It's 4 more points for the Jambino. All right, and 7:29 finally gets free. Here we go. It's time for some smackaroni, folks. Here we go, Childish moving it around, moving it around. All right, nice. You can hear the ref talking about where the pack is. They're only allowed to be so far apart. Trying to keep it fair there. But you'll notice they are not stopping moving. There's a lot of skating going on. Childish Gambino with a good jam right there. Very nice. And she calls it off. You can see her touch her hips there, or head to her hips, calling off the jam.
What we have to do is try to, for me as a novice, really understand and it's kind of coming together as watching a sport for the first time, but a lot of action, the ability to get through. So
definitely, it's those blockers don't make it easy, and they do a lot of attention work to that in their practices. I've been out here a few times watching them work different kind of triangles, using each other's arms to try and help move each other around to gain position. Some are backwards, some are forwards.
Now,
definitely a lot of team
Is this
effort.
like a timeout now at this time? Because I think is it like 30-minute and a half, then a 15-minute intermission, usually in a typical match, I guess?
Yes.
And do you call it a match?
No, they call it a bout.
A bout.
Yeah,
okay.
roller derby bout.
A bout.
Yeah, what's that about? Yep. So they'll do 30 minutes. And then so the jammer called it off on that one. And then they get, I don't know how much the time in between is, probably about 2 minutes. They'll get a 5-second warning here in a second. And then there we go. Jam is back on. Normally there's a bigger bench for each team, but like I said, this is the welcome back match. Finally got everybody together. There we go. Molly out on the lead jammer. You can see the ref pointing at her there. Here we go. Now Dulce is out 6'9". Oh, Molly makes it through. Molly making it through real easy there. All right, here comes Dulce around for her first pass. Oh, and see, Molly had called it off there and not even give Dulce a chance at making any points there. The black team putting up a couple of points.
So this is where the
Looks
strategy
like it's still
comes
8-8. The scoreboard.
Now, is that indeed the score?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think anybody's attached to the scoreboard. I know it's on, but I've not seen anybody move it.
Yeah.
So would you know what the score is?
I know. So they score normally about 4 at a time. So if you can do math counting in 4s. A little louder.
Yeah.
Talking into 2 mics. I got a low battery here on this one too. That's awesome. So Molly had called off that last jam. Now we're getting set for the next one here. Can't see who we got. Oh, we got 38-13 right now in favor of the black team.
Okay, there you go.
That's
See,
the
someone's
score.
keeping
All right,
score.
there we go. Good.
There's
yeah.
always someone keeping score.
There's and as you can see here, we got people stationed all around. We got all the refs here. Nobody's getting paid to do this. It's all just volunteer stuff. So if you're just wondering about roller derby and you want to come out and have a good time, be involved with this group, they're always looking for volunteers and new friends. All right, everybody's trying to gain position here. There's a track cut. Okay, somebody got pushed out. And we got lead jam, number 88, Storm. Storm coming around with the lead jam. Oh, and it looks like their jammer had the white team's jammer got a track cut penalty, so she's going to spend a little bit of time in the box. Making this a power jam is what they call it. Comes Storm coming around, going to try to make it through there, trying to stay in bounds too. You can see this track's pretty tight, especially when you get a big wall like that in front of you. She got worked outside, having to come back in. Use your defense. Oh, big hit. Ouch. Thank God they're wearing all those pads, and Storm calls it off just before Half Pint has a chance to make any points there. Good heads up, Storm.
So a lot of strategy involved in this too.
Oh, yeah, big time, because those blockers are working as defense and then offense to try and help their jammer get through that wall there.
Literally, for someone like me, older generation, the only time, the last time you actually heard of roller derby is something like back in the happy days, kind of. I mean,
Sure.
that 50s and 60s style.
41-13. 41-13 now for the black team, putting some more points on the board there. Yeah, roller derby back in the day was definitely big, and I think they even rocked a lot of the banked track. If that's if I'm remembering right, it had kind of like berms on each corner. Is there what you remember? So this is called flat track roller derby. The bank track still does exist, and you can catch some of that on the YouTubes. Some pretty interesting stuff. All right, getting ready for the next jam here. Got Childish Gambino wearing the pivot. There goes Molly wearing the jammer panty for the black team. Just trying to get free, doing a nice tight job, and trying to work on the outside. And, oh, they're coming right back at her. Oh, there goes Molly.
Squeaked right through there.
Squeaking right through. Both of them at the same time.
Wow.
I'm not sure who we're pointing. Okay, and Molly did get the lead jammer. You can see the ref's trying to keep up with them there. It's a lot of speed. Oh, there we go. And Agony breaks out first from that. Even though she doesn't have the lead jam, she's still making points anytime she passes somebody on the blocking team. And Molly calls it off, being the lead jammer. She has that advantage, not allowing Agony to score any more points. So that'll be 4 more points for the white team.
It's Molly Meet Your Maker.
Molly Meet Your Maker.
That's
Yeah, they only give us, I guess, half of the names on most of the people here.
I see that.
We didn't have enough ink in the printer there. Ran out of cyan. You know how that goes.
Now, how this is outside, and you know, they have it at the Coliseum.
Sure.
Is this marked right? Is this a little bit shorter or wider?
45-16 now, still in favor of the black team. The question is this a shorter track than normal? I don't think it is. I think this is
okay. So
actually,
the regulation.
I'd have to do the number. I have to hit the Google box on that one
okay.
and find out the actual size. It looks pretty similar to what I'm used to seeing, though. But yeah, sometimes they do play inside. Sometimes they have a sport court that they'll play on, which you'd want to have different wheels on. You know, you wouldn't want to be as stiff a wheel playing out here on this concrete. Here we go. Another jam in action. Childish Gambino for the black team. Breaks out first and gets the lead jam. Here she comes, coming around hot. And Half Pint getting work back there. Half Pint, but full force, folks. Tell you that. There she goes, breaking free. Now she's going to put some heat on the Gambino. Half Pint right behind her. All right, here come the jammers. Going to try and make it through the pack here. Oh, there goes Gambino with a sweet move. Half Pint getting worked back here. They still have to keep that pack. As you can see them spread out there, the black team. There goes. So there's a no pack call, so Blazin was a little bit too far back there. And there she goes. She had to rejoin the pack. 4-4 with a stop block. Going to send Blazin to the box.
Oh, so very similar to rugby and hockey. There's a penalty box,
Yes,
I guess you go. Okay.
Yep. And I couldn't tell you
why they go.
Okay. How long the penalties are. You can hear what the refs call. There's definitely a lot of rules in roller derby.
Wow.
A lot of things the girls got to keep up on. So we got out, and then we're sending one white to the box. So it looks like we got 2 versus 2. White 5 with a track cut. 0.5. Half Pint's going to the box. That's going to open up a power jam for the Gambino if she's got any juice left. 44 Blazin back in. Quick little equipment adjustment by the Gambino. Coming around on the inside. Quick feet. Good job, 3-5. So we got 3 blockers versus 2 blockers and a power jam going on. Here comes another blocker for the white team. She's going to try and catch up and make a big difference. And there's the jam there. Big push. Nice. Now, like I said, normally they have a lot more skaters on each bench, so everybody's given double and triple effort here today. There's no rest for the wicked out here.
That's where the stamina comes in.
Exactly.
And I do notice on their Facebook page about, their workouts and going to the gym, and, it's not just putting on skates,
We got 73-20 in favor of the black team right now. That power jam helped out big time there. Yeah, these girls are out here. My wife's coming out every Tuesday for a practice, and then they come out Sunday for a practice as well. And normally it's either here or at the Laugh Out Loud indoor roller rink here in Lawton. And then, like you said, they're working hard and pushing it in the gym too. Make sure that body's nice and limber and ready to get just beat up. It's not a game for the meek. Here goes Molly. The black team's power jam is carried over into this jam here. And now Half Pint's coming back in. She's going to have to start all the way at the back and try to work her way forward. 7-2-9 had an out-of-play block there. And there goes Half Pint taking advantage of the confusion. Half Pint, but full speed out here all the time. She's coming in low, trying to make it confusing. Can't see her. Now she's in the pack. Now she's getting beat up. Trying to move through. Oh, we got a big hit and a foul. Agony taking a hit there. Molly Meet Your Maker coming around, keeping the pressure on. Still got that lead jam, got that advantage. She can call it off whenever she wants. There she goes, making it through some more girls there. Racking up 4 more points. Good job, Molly. Half Pint. Giving it her all once again. Making it through, scoring some points. Here goes Molly. Oh, what a move. And Molly calls off the jam. Some more points on the board for the black team.
It's interesting that you can call off a jam.
Yeah, that's definitely a pretty cool advantage for the lead jammer there. And you'll see it if you keep watching. They'll use it strategically. They've done it a few times today, or just they're saying, "Hey, I'm juiced. I need to, or I'm beat. I need to get somebody else in there." And we got 89-28 in favor of the black team right now. You're welcome, Blazin. Is my mic dead now? No.
Nope. I got it there. You're on both.
Maybe
you're doing
mustache.
double duties because you're on the live
muffling
stream with us, and then you're also the public address announcer for the rink here.
Once Jancy Pants gets a little more comfortable with what's going on here, he'll start talking in the second half there.
That's fair. I got no response.
You left him speechless. He even has a mic in his hand.
Very rare for Jancy Pants. And then the next jam is on. Childish Jambino in there trying to work that pack. Could you imagine one person trying to push through 3 people? You saw her moving them, too. Just moving them there, keeping those elbows in tight. There we go. Oh, and we got a penalty called on Agony. Not sure what it was for, but I see her in the box. Breaking the law. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And a push out and a hit. That almost sounded like it hit the boards there. Jambino racking up 4 more points. Oh. Got Crashley trying to make it through. Getting the business put on her. And there goes Jambino around the outside. Here comes Agony back in. Gonna give her team a hand. Ooh, Crash goes down. A little equipment malfunction. Back in it. Jambino around again. White team going to try and regroup here, help out their jammer, get her out. Oh, there we go. Hit by Storm. Taking out Crashley, and Jambino rocking some more points there. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Dulce going for the whip with Crashley. Blasts her right into Storm. And the lightning strikes. Dulce with a big hit, taking Jambino out on the inside. Oh, Jambino had to run. There she goes. Quick feet, quick feet. You can see him using, almost walking on those brakes in the front there. Getting that good traction. Boom, big pile up on 95. Whew. Doesn't stop the Jambino though, but that will stop the jam.
I was going to ask you a little bit about when you wear the star in the helmet, does that rotate around, or is that a specific person that wears it all the time, or how does that work?
So it can, the jammer helmet panty, as they call it, that can be passed around to the girls on the bench there. They normally have their girls that only play the jammer or try to, but it's a lot of work. Something that can happen is a penny pass, and the jammer can take off the star if they can't make it through the pack for whatever reason and hand it off to the pivot. And you see the pivot has the line down their helmet there, either I think a purple or a black line down the middle. That person can receive the jammer cover and take off for the team, but it has to be a forward pass, and there's some rules involved with that as well that I would have to hit the Google box for. Go ahead. Jancy Pants has something to say.
So 112 to 28 in favor of black.
That is correct. You can see how these points can really rack up fast.
Yes. And then block for make sure that you don't get points. That's the other thing.
Exactly. Here goes. Who's coming through here right now? Is that 729? That's Smack and Cheese. Smackaroni trying to push her way through. Oh, and Half Pint getting called back into the pack there. Number 7 out in the lead jam here still. Must be a new member to the team. Ah, that's Badger. That's right. Somebody needs a pen. Badger breaking through, making some points there. Chasing down Smackaroni. She might be working on lapping her right here. Oh, Blazin goes down.
Big glitch.
Smackaroni goes out. Yeah, you can see when they start getting some speed here, folks, some of those hits get pretty terrifying. So you can see Smackaroni getting worked back, and then the ref saying, here's the pack, calling Blazin back into the pack. She's a little too far away. Worked her back forward. Smackaroni coming around, trying to put the cheese on him. There goes Badger coming through. Oh, Badger goes down, but she's still in play. Got to get back up. Oh, that's going to create a power jam for the black team, allowing Badger to really just get worked by these other girls. So the black team hung out in the back there. You can see their blockers, and that's the jam.
I also noticed there's like 4 officials.
Yeah.
And what are they, they have specific people they look for, because I know they're really watching. I mean, they've got, there's a lot of action going on there.
Oh, yeah.
So what are they looking for, and who do they watch?
Yeah, so those officials out there, like I said, they're unpaid and underappreciated. I want to give a big shout out to our officials. Thanks for being here. Love you guys. So we got a couple of officials that are watching the jammers, and they're going to call, who's got the lead jam, and they're going to keep an eye on them, scoring, helping the scorekeepers to keep the score. Then the other ones are keeping an eye on the line, looking for people trying to be sneaky and cut the track. They'll call them with a track cut. And when you do get out of the track, you got to go all the way back to the last blocker there. 127 to 38 with 6 minutes left on the board. Looks like we're taking a TV timeout here. The girls maybe Gatorading up. He said, wait, I'm the TV guy.
You are the TV guy.
We got 6.5 minutes remaining.
For those who are joining us on Facebook Live, we appreciate that. And like us, follow us there. And hopefully the 580 Roller Derby girls can share this link so more of the fan base can watch live action. And we'll hopefully have that in the new year as well. And when they get to the Great Plains Coliseum, have that as live action. But, we're a live streaming sports company, been around for about 7 years, and we cover all 3 Lawton schools, plus Cache, Elgin, Altus, Newcastle, Middell, and Yukon. And we've also had SNU Rugby, had men and women's play action on Saturday, so you can catch pretty much everything, even cornhole tournaments here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
You guys cover cornhole tournaments?
We have.
Wow. All right. I thought that was just for beer drinking. Little do I know.
It's actually become a sport, believe it or not, with a lot of money involved.
No kidding. I guess if you can play video games for money, why not cornhole as well? I'm for it. All right, we're getting ready for the next jam here. Oh, we got Storm trying to break out, and she gets pushed out on the inside. Got to work her way back in. Storm pushing through there. Black team is still enjoying that power jam right now, but Storm is definitely getting worked. A little bit of a collision in the back there. Not sure what happened. Yeah, that was maybe a little back check there.
First time we've seen White out in the lead.
There we go. So White is out in the lead right now, but the black team is still got that lead jam. You can see the official there pointing at the black team with the star there. That's she got 4 points right there for Storm. That's how you can tell who got the lead jam there, is when the ref is pointing at them. But that doesn't mean that the white team still can't score points. They just don't have that advantage of calling the jam off. There we go, and that's a jam called off. Ooh, sending Molly to the box right at the last moment. She's going to take a seat just before the chairs.
Weather turned out to be decent enough. It rained all overnight into the morning, and really didn't know, well, is this going to happen with an outdoor event? You never know in October. And so we're very fortunate that we're able to have something like this when you've made all the preparations and plans to have this go. And the crowd's been pretty decent, that's come out today to support this.
I'm definitely impressed with the crowd out here today. That's must be some diehard Derby fans.
Yeah.
Some people in Lawton.
We'll go on the fence line here and kind of show you those who are just kind of creeping the action there on the fence line there.
Yep.
And all ages, too. You got some.
Oh, yeah, we're family friendly out here in the Derby community. Bring your friends, bring your family. A little something for everyone. Yeah, I remember the first time I was watching roller derby. I was so confused at what was going on. And
well, I'm trying to figure it out. So
they said, "Hey, just watch the person with the star."
The star.
On their head.
That's how I've been following it. So yeah,
that's where you're going to want to find the action. And then if you come to some of the actual sanctioned bouts, they normally have a little informational flyer. We got Blazin' out, got lead jam for Blazin'. You can tell like I said, the official is pointing at Blazin'. The power jam? Yep, we got a power jam. We got a track cut called. You can see the ref signaling a track cut.
You know what a track cut is?
So that would be if the skater goes outside of the track and then doesn't come back into the track after the very last person. So if you go outside, you get pushed outside the track, you have to go back into the track behind the last person on the opposing team. It's tough to watch, and it's even tougher probably to actually perform. A real heads up game. Always got to be paying attention to where people are.
Yeah. Because there's a mob in there.
Yes,
and then
definitely.
I was amazed on how some of them can squeak by. They look for that little cut, a little lane in there, and they take it.
Yep, 100%. All hip checks in here, too. There's hip checks left and right. Half pint, pushing, blazing out. Blazing got some points. Got back in. Dr. Math making sure that the pack stays tight. You can see the, well, they're a little bit faint on the ground there, but you can see the lines on the track. That's what Dr. Math is using to keep the pack close together. It's only a certain amount of distance they can be away from each other.
Oh, Dr. Math, he's really gotten his work cut out for him today.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
So a 2-minute warning is what they
heard
just
a
gave.
2-minute warning right there. Yep, this will be the. Oh, we got a timeout by the white team. Very strategic call there, keeping that last 2 minutes.
Okay, so you're going to take a timeout, and we'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
All right, so we're back here after they called timeout and a 2-minute warning. And that will be the first half, and then there'll be a small little intermission. We'll take a little break from that and then get back to the second portion. I don't know what kind of strategy you use going into that intermission when you have such a big lead, but you got to chip away as you can.
Yeah, as you saw in that first half there, racking up over 100 points.
Yeah.
And that
is
that
that typical or non-typical?
I've seen it both ways. But
yeah.
most bouts that I've been to have definitely ended in the hundreds.
Okay.
But you can definitely see that once they get going, once they find their groove, they can really start racking up those points, especially when you get the advantage of the lead jammer there. Okay, 7:29 getting the lead jam. Got a no pack call there. Molly and Storm in the back. Comes Smackaroni on the outside. Oh, does she stay in? Molly's still chasing her. Oh, Molly goes down. Smackaroni said, "Here's your cheese." Badger catching up after Smackaroni. There she goes. She's going to pass her. Is she going to? Oh!
Big
hit. Looks like she caught her in the ear. Man, Storm heard that one. We got a call. Some kind of calls happening there. It's like Jambino getting sent to the box. I didn't hear what the call was, but there goes
now if you get sent to the
Jambino.
box, are you, like in hockey, are you one player down? Or
Exactly.
does someone, oh, it is. Okay,
Yep,
so
you
it
look
is
out there.
a penalty that you don't want.
Yeah, definitely not. Now they're short one blocker, but the jammer's still out there. But even the jammers can get called for a penalty, and like we saw earlier, that's when black team really racked up some points and had those power jams, because when the opposing team's jammer is in the box, they're not scoring any points. So they just stay out there and rack it up. Was that the 2 minutes? It might have been.
Oh, yeah.
Or the jammer might have called it off, leaving just enough time for a short. Man, I hope they just call it.
As usually they say halftime.
Yeah.
They make a pronouncement.
That's going to be the half
there.
there.
It is. We found it from from Dr. Math. He gave it to us.
There you go. Dr. Math knows the score and what time it is.
All right, so as they take a break, we will do the same and take a little bit of an intermission. And for those who are joining us on Facebook, like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, also on TikTok, and then we also have YouTube, Facebook Live. Yes, and search for us on the Oklahoma Sports Network. So we'll take a little time out and be back to second half action right after this as you're watching 580 Roller Derby action here in Lawton, Oklahoma on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
We come from different backgrounds, with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, you're not a number, you're part of the family.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
Coast Technology Group is your full IT managed service provider, utilizing simple, reliable technology for your home and business. Remote monitoring and management, network infrastructure, and cybersecurity, all with 24/7, 365-day live support. When you partner with CTG, you get the 150 years combined experience of our experts, helping your business grow while keeping your systems secure.
All right, we're actually here at the half roller derby action live here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. And as we mentioned, we were wanting to put this together 2 years ago, and then COVID hit, and that locked down year number one. And then last year, for protecting for those who are indoors for events, they decided not to have it, because they've got to play other teams in other states, so it's not just something locally. And so they had to work that out, and then finally, this is their welcome back. And then they were going to have this welcome back, and you see that the people that came here, and they got some sign-ups. They want to see if you want to be a part of this. And so they had an outing, and it was an outdoor event in October. And then we had the rain come in last night, and it stayed all day. And so my contact with them, well, I can't be outdoors with electrical equipment, and is this really going to take place? And they said, no, we are assured on the radar that it's only going to leave and by the time that we get started. And so they were going to squeegee the court, and we're going to still play. So we're still going to have this. And so gratefully and successfully they were able to conduct this, and they've got some those who have brought some concessions here for some food and drink, and they got families and a nice October night here on a Sunday for the 580 Roller Derby girls. And for their Facebook, for those liking us over there and watching it on the link on the Oklahoma Sports Network, it's easy to download in the future reference. So when we're in the Coliseum and you want to watch the 580 Roller Derby girls, it's going to be easy. On Apple and Android devices, just search Oklahoma Sports Network. You can download the app for free, and then you can watch all of our live sporting events throughout the year. And so, as we mentioned, we just had rugby, Saturday college rugby on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We've had cornhole. We, of course, had all the high school sports that we involve ourselves in. And so we're active. And so it's not just one particular sport or one kind of event for a year. We kind of, if it's got sports in its name, sports is our middle name, the Oklahoma Sports Network. So you can download us free on the app. We're also on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. So if you want to watch from home inside your home TV, and then also on smartphones, you can project that on the screen as well. So you can just find us on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We have a website, oksportsnet.com. But download the app. You can download us on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and it's so much easier to connect to us. So we're going to take another time out. They're in the intermission. We had the first half of this, and we'll be back with a second half action of the 580 Roller Derby girls, and you're watching it live right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate. When it comes to your home,
we fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
We come from different backgrounds, with diverse interests and unique learning styles. Finding classes that fit your individual needs isn't a challenge at Cameron University. A small campus and dedicated faculty ensures there's always someone close by to guide you on your journey. Your success is our success. Your education is our mission. At Cameron University, You're not a number. You're part of the family.
Well, we're back here at half, and the first half underway, and we've got a 162 to 52 halftime advantage for the Black. And so we'll just kind of wait as we have second half action coming up right here, joining us here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
So you get to travel around.
All right, so they get about 4 minutes left before intermission is concluded, and we'll get back to action. White's going to have some catching up to do. As you can see, the score 162 to 52. 580 roller derby girls action. In fact, we were so happy to get this launched from a couple years ago when COVID hit, and they said, sure, we'd love for you to do it, and we could stream. And so if you're following us on their Facebook page, like us on Facebook, because then you can find out what will be next and where we'll be next, and sports and athletics. And they say, if it is a sport, we're going to cover it because sports is our middle name. So it's a great opportunity for you to catch us. Oklahoma Sports Network. It's free to download, free to watch, and that's the beauty of this. And so, for all walks of life, we have different things that we're experiencing, and so this is new to me. Jeff has been an incredible asset to have him on the headset to kind of explain a little bit of the rules, and following the girls with the stars in their helmet, that was the key since I'm the camera operator as well. But for those new to us and watching for the 580 girl fan base, just basically if you want to watch us, download the app. People were coming up to me, where is your website? And it's just easier if you just download the app. app than to try to find a link, on your phone. So if you go on your Apple or Android devices, just search Oklahoma Sports Network, free to download, and then any live performances such as this on OSN 1 will come straight right up on your phone, easy access. And if you're at home, you want to watch on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV, we'll have this up on the YouTube channel as well. And we're up on Facebook Live. And all of these will continue to be up on the live stream after in a year. So after about an hour after this presentation, it will be up for you to be able to check it out. So we'll take one more time out and come back to second half action as you're watching 580 Roller Derby right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Coast Technology Group is your full IT managed service provider, utilizing simple, reliable technology for your home and business. Remote monitoring and management, network infrastructure, and cybersecurity, all with 24/7, 365-day live support. When you partner with CTG, you get the 150 years combined experience of our experts, helping your business grow while keeping your systems secure.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-265-6449. No referral needed. Mention Oklahoma Sports Network and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
All right, so back to second half action as the white really have an uphill climb as we have black in the big lead.
Oh, they're doing a player swap here.
We've got player trade here making. We've got Dulce, number 69, going over to the black team. And in exchange, the white team receives Molly, number 6'2".
So we're doing a Molly for a Dulce swap.
So you mean black and white? White has become black and vice versa.
No,
they're switching jerseys.
They're just gonna switch one player each.
Okay.
Molly has been one of the 580 roller derby jammers for quite a while here, so she's got a lot of experience under her belt or yoga pants.
Good recovery there. There you go. Yeah.
And you're going to predict a comeback? Jancy pants.
Okay, so, yeah. So now you got their ace. You just brought their MVP over, basically, and try to do some catch-up for the white team. I got you.
I've definitely I've witnessed some of the great stuff that Molly can do there. And I've seen some track jumps from Molly, which has been pretty impressive. They'll actually jump kind of the inside of the track around some of the blockers, and that's when the action is. They're pumped up out there and just really feeling it when they try doing some wild stuff like that.
One of our officials, I got to hand to her. One time she comes in front of the camera, she wants to go down. So so she bends down as she goes by. So she says, "I want you to see the action." I said, "Well, thank you, I appreciate that."
That's that extra leg work.
It is
respect for the camera,
squats and everything else like that. Yeah.
You can see Badger. Badger looks. Did Badger have the panty in her hand, trying to pass it? Oh, and she handed it off to the Jambino. That was a panty pass that I missed there. Sorry about that, folks. Badger handed off the Jammer Star to Jambino. Having troubles cutting through the pack. It's definitely a tactical move they're able to do there. And Jambino out there Not with lead jam, but still going to score some points for the black team. And we got 27 for the white team. Harlot Oscara trying to make it through the pack, trying to put up some points to bring the white team back in. A little push from her teammate, that's definitely a thing they can do there too. A little push from your blockers, or sometimes you'll see them try and even do a little bit of a whip. One of the blockers will grab the jammer's arm and give him the hi-ya. Try to move them forward there with a little extra speed. You can tell they're feeling it. That 15-minute break goes by quick when you're working this hard. Jambino coming around.
Now, it always starts with somebody. Can you tell how your wife got started in this and who got her excited about it to want to play?
Oh, yeah. So my wife, number 2, Betsy Poop, she started playing when she was up in the hills of Appalachia there in North Carolina. They had a team just starting off, and I'm not sure who she caught wind from that they were going to start a team, or I don't even know that she had ever really considered roller derby before, but she said, you know what, I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to try it out, see if I like it. And I mean, we got friends from all over the place, from all different kinds of walks of life now, just through the derby teams that we've been a part of, and there's just a great group of people, and you know, just a big loving group through a lot of hip checks. There's a lot of love there. That's how they show their love for each other.
Okay.
But my wife's been playing now since I gotta say, you know, before 2010 now. I'm not going to give up her age there, but she's older than 21. That's what I can say, and still going after it. I believe had some people on her team in the Appalachian Roller Derby Girls that were in their 50s too. So you know, there's it just depends on what you're willing to do, what you're willing to try. There we go. Storm busting out, getting lead jam. Storm, but she's gonna have to keep moving and try and get. Oh, there she goes, staying ahead of Molly, Meet Your Maker. Molly getting tossed outside, got to work it back. Molly with them quick toes. Molly never gives up. Here comes Storm, still got that lead jam. Gonna try and make some more points happen here for the black team.
She
Molly
can make some swift moves.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
She just kind of knows the court awareness, if you want to say.
Oh, yeah.
And look at how she just comes out like this.
And you can see these lines are just painted on the ground right now. So, you know, just the repetition of skating this rink and skating these rinks. And there goes Storm calling off the jam. You see her with that head to hips move there. That's the sign to the refs. She's saying, hey, I'm done jamming. I don't want Molly to catch any more points.
Because Molly was catching.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Molly is
even though this is my first experience with it, I'm starting to understand a little bit more, and then how the strategy works. And so, you know, the points.
It's 168 to 68. 186.
186 to 68. So, wow.
Some points being made up, but also, you know, Dark still keeping the lead there, keeping it pushing. So, we'll see.
And, you know, and we were talking about how they come from all over, and during the intermission you were saying that you guys are from Altus. So, you traveled to come to be here today as well.
Yep. My it's about a 40-minute drive, nice easy drive there from Altus to Lawton. But my wife comes out twice a week to play out here, play with this team, and then they're actually part of the team in Ada, Oklahoma. So some of the players out here, you know, Molly, my wife, Blazin, they'll go up and play with the Ada team when they play different teams from either Texas or any of the surrounding teams that might be willing to play, and they set it up, and then their actual like sanctioned bouts through WIFTA is their kind of NCAA there. See the pack staying tight right here. Smack and Cheese getting pushed outside, and Dulce working her back. You can see them going to those lines. We had Dulce and Blazin working their way back to keep that 10-foot like Dr. Math was telling us about earlier with keeping the pack together. Smackaroni and Cheese calling it off before any more points can be scored by the black team. And that's that heads-up derby there that we were talking about. Smackaroni and Cheese saw the other jammer coming in, and she gave him the cheese and said, let's call it.
Yeah, and you can get – I'm sure you can get these bouts. These
Yes.
bouts you can have that are so close that you have to use that in a strategy like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, and I can imagine how close it gets when it comes to the time is ticking away and there may be just a couple of points differentiating between you and the other team, and so you got to use that to your advantage. So
Definitely. I've seen some amazing moves by some jammers who they get the lead jam and then they come through and they'll push by two of the other skaters, you know, two of the other blockers, and they'll be backwards, and then they'll see the other jammer coming up, and they'll call it off right there just for the 2 points. You know, even though maybe there's a minute 30 left in the jam.
Yeah.
But they're seeing the other one coming, and they're saying, "Hey, I got my 2 points. I'm going to take it, get some fresh legs out here, and keep the action going, and maybe somebody else will be able to score more points." You saw Storm's back leg went out, and then she had to go. Storm had to go back to the back of the pack and work their way back.
She really
forward
likes
there.
doing that, boy, and she's getting her points. Man,
Yep.
She just really talented at that.
Yep.
She just looks
That's
for
gonna be
a
a
crease.
good
And
trade.
look
There
right
she
there.
goes.
See?
Molly going through again.
She's taking advantage. Another one.
Molly's definitely one of those players that takes advantage of their off time, and that I believe they actually have a membership at a gym around here, and I don't know if they're doing like CrossFit or just those kind of hit workouts.
But her vision, though, and her
Oh, yeah.
tenacity, and how she can find creases. That's what I'm impressed with right there.
Definitely. You see her working.
She kind of
that
she
whole
just
track.
works through there and finds a way.
Betsy Poop taking her out right there,
Now,
not
she
letting
got
her
caught
by.
up. She got caught up in the wash there.
Part of the struggle as well for these blockers is they got to keep their elbows in tight. They're only really allowed to use kind of their hips and shoulders. They can get called penalties if they start throwing elbows. Just like in hockey, you're not supposed to throw elbows like that, but definitely takes a lot of self-discipline.
Yeah. So, it's very similar to hockey and rugby and soccer. It's kind of like a running clock. I mean, it's like they don't really – they do have a time for a timeout, but it's pretty much, all action. And I heard some of the girls saying they're just fatigue. I mean, just how tired they're getting.
Yes, well, I learned earlier, too, they're doing minute breaks in between the 2-minute jams instead of the standard 30 seconds. So given these teams a little bit of an extra breather, some of them I can see aren't even sitting down, but hopefully they got waters and Gatorades, and maybe even some tea from some of our sponsors over here, some pre-workout teas.
So it's 204 to 87. Is that what I heard him say?
Jancy Pants.
204 to 87
on that. 204 to 87.
I was kind of eavesdropping to hear the score
Nice.
and Black has kept their lead since the half, and so it's like. But it's a great night for this, and the weather has stayed away after all that rain. And for those who are watching at 580 roller derby girls in action.
Yeah, this is definitely really lucky here. They getting all these sponsors together and getting everybody to come out for this is definitely no small feat. So here comes Jambino, just literally jamming out, rocking some speed. Whoa, pushes half pint almost over the boards. Something the jammers got to watch out for when they're coming in with that much heat is to make sure that they're not kind of checking from the back. They have to make sure that they're lining up, the sides of shoulders and hips, and not actually smashing them from the back. That's kind of bad.
When they line up
gamesmanship.
here, I'm trying to understand that they're just really blocking the lane.
Yeah.
Access to get through, correct?
Yes. So
Okay.
the play does not have to continue going forward. As you can see, some of the blockers taking their time to reset, moving really slow. Sometimes the blockers will move really slow like this, just trying to gain position, trying to make a pathway for their jammer to work through. You can see they set her up right there. Boom! Oh, Blazin takes down Smackaroni and Cheese. That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah.
Smackaroni goes down again. She goes out.
It's amazing that there's not as many more collisions as I've seen. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
There is some, and that's, they're all padded up and they go down pretty hard.
Yeah, it's definitely a requirement here to make sure everyone's wearing mouth guards, helmets, knee pads, elbow pads, and the wrist guards too, because you can see some of these players are going down a lot, going down tough. That's big fall there. Agony taking it on the back. That's definitely, I remember my wife talking about when she was learning how to play the sport. Her whole first couple of weeks was learning how to fall. Learning how to, utilize those knee pads and those wrist guards to try and fall, I guess, as gracefully and, without getting hurt as possible. Because they do not take it easy on each other out there. And mind you, this is the same team.
Yeah.
They're just playing about against each other. Get the word out there. And
now the other thing I'm trying to learn, and for those who know, I mean, the time that they have right now is called by one. That's when they stop the advancement and they take this short little timeout here.
Yep. This is the time in between jams. So if the lead jammer decides to call it off, they'll reset the jam clock, which the jam clock, each jam consists of 2 minutes. So it's either the lead jammer calling off the jam before the 2 minutes is over, or that 2 minutes runs out, and then there's a break and a rehash and a huddle. You say, okay, who's going out? Who's putting on the jammer panty? Who's going to get ready and get out there? And in a day like to this, it's, hey, who's got the energy?
Yeah.
Who thinks they can push, a wall of 3 people? And actually, now that I'm getting real heads-up awareness here, they're running a 3-blocker formation here today, and normally there's 4 blockers in there. So they must just, hey, we don't have the amount of people we wanted here today, so we're going to do 3v3 on the blockers, and then we'll have our jammers. But normally there would be 5 people from the same team on the track at once, and that really creates an even bigger wall, even more toughness to get through. And you can see how hard they're working out here today. Can you imagine just putting one more blocker in there as well? Not an easy sport, but a lot of fun. A lot of smiles all the time. You see all those mouth guards out there.
That's the amazing part about this. I mean, is how can you smile after some of the collisions that they go through, and keep a positive. I'm sure that there's competitiveness that gets things flared up, but for the most part, they really look like they're having fun.
Oh, sure. 218 to 103 now. Okay,
wow, so there is some catching up there, and that's what they needed. They need that little shot in the arm, and you say there was a little bit of switch, but those points you can shave off, and it's like, well, and now Molly, Meet Your Maker, she's got the purple star on again, so we're trying to gain some more points advantage of whatever she can get.
Definitely, here comes Molly. Always watch out for her.
Well, she's been fun to watch, and so if you've not seen her, you can go back and watch this on archive when this gets completed, trying to keep up with her because, man, she's so sneaky.
Oh, yeah. And so you're saying you keep all your games archived for quite a while?
That's correct, for a year.
For a year, okay. So people can go back and watch their highlights.
They sure can.
That's pretty fantastic. There goes Molly. You can see the ref pointing at Molly, saying Molly's got lead jam. And
there she goes. There she is.
Right on
she
through.
Just followed
and there
her.
goes Molly calling off the jam.
Oh.
See, now I was actually getting ready to say that I wouldn't be surprised to see some more strategic play from these
So she got
jammers.
her points that she needed, and then call off the jam.
Yep.
Wow.
Don't even give the other team a chance to come through.
Okay.
Because
so
really
now
just
we're getting hooked
it.
on this now. See.
Exactly.
Takes a little bit to understand it, and then once you understand the game or the bout, as they would say, got to be careful with that. Rugby is matches, and they're not games.
Hockey game, roller derby bout.
Yeah. So, but now will she come back? She called it off, but okay, she's going to rest. I noticed that she got some of the points she needed. Now take a rest and come back and do it again.
Yeah, we got Harlot Oscara in there for the white team. And then 88 Storm going to get after it again. You can see the the blockers are taking a little bit of a different position this time too. This is something they work on in all their training and stuff. How they're going to line up, who they're going to be next to. Are they going to take this kind of triangular formation in the middle? The black team has kind of 2 on the inside and then 1 on the outside. And like I said, it's that you're playing defense, but you're also keeping your head up when you're a blocker. And if there's an opposing teammate in the way of your jammer, hey, can I throw the hips at her real quick or them, and get them out of the way so my jammer can make it through. So it's, you get a lot of action watching the jammer, but don't discount the stuff that these players are doing in the pack here, if you will. They're always trying to gain position on each other. You see Half Pint kind of standing her ground there, and now you can see the white team is staying back to create a no pack. The black team was getting pushed forward.
She called it off. So just touch the hips and calls out. And she got some points for that too. So, I mean, just chipping away.
Yep.
I mean, trying for comebacks and.
Oh, okay. So I'm getting some updates from the wifey, Betsy Poop, telling me that Scarlett called it off so that Molly could get in there and they could really take advantage.
Okay.
I think Molly is still going to – she's obviously going to still get the lead jammer as soon as she makes it out of the pack. But the black team's jammer is in the box right now. Excuse me. So the white team is going to start out with a power jam. But that's not to say that, Molly still doesn't have a lot of work to do and make sure she can get through the pack there.
Now the maximum you get is 4. Is that I'm seeing 2s, but I mean, is there 4 when you can do something?
It's so okay. I referenced 4 earlier. I think they're giving them 4 at a time, even though they don't have 4 blockers out there because we're doing a little bit of a makeshift kind of bout
I got
here.
you.
So I think they're still giving the jammer 4 points if they make it by every one of the blockers. And there goes Molly.
Yeah. Just like that.
Getting that lead jam. And then the black team, Storm, coming through real quick. No problem there. Storm's going to give Molly a run for her money here, but Molly going to make it through there. And there it is. There's that move. She's going to take.
And just as soon as she does, she puts
bam. Yep, right away. Molly said, I'll take
Smart
Storm.
Player, man.
Storm calling her out there. A little bit of love, too, right there. You
see that with her competitor. She says, I got you.
Exactly.
Well, she was on the black side in the first half.
That's
true.
That's
these
true.
are teammates that she knows.
You'll see that love out there, too, though, even from opposing teams from different areas. They'll say, hey, good heads up out there. It is really a good sport of camaraderie. Everybody appreciates what everyone's doing out there. I've seen a lot of good hit, they're getting up from
and the leverage
on.
that they have, I mean, and to lock into the, the blocks that they have, it's just been
all on 4 wheels,
impressive.
too, by the way.
I
one's
understand.
standing still, they got the 4 wheels
2-minute warning
out there. That's a 2-minute warning for this half?
Yeah, that's
Holy
pretty fast.
Smokes.
Yeah.
Was it a 10-minute warning?
Oh, is it 10? Okay. 10. It could be 10.
He's Dr. Math. I wouldn't question what he says.
Ask Dr. Math again what's the warning, how much time that was.
Blazin getting out first. Going to get that lead jam. Ooh, we also had a big hit back there on Smackaroni. Jammer trying to make it through. I know my wife has suffered a few injuries there in the earlier days of learning how to be a jammer. Ooh, big hit. Big hit by Dulce on Smackaroni. Definitely going to come home with some bruises from here, but nothing makes you feel more alive. Get the blood pumping. Okay, Dulce is going to go to the box. I think that was a no-pack block. Dulce was a little too far away from the pack, and then laid it on thick on the Smackaroni there, getting some of that cheese on her. But she got called for it. There's a no-pack call, and now Giambino has to give up her position on Smackaroni, get back to the pack. once again reinforcing that the strategy that these teams have to have that heads-up mentality for. And looks like the jam was called off or ended. It's definitely a fun game to try and keep up with.
Yeah, I mean, you got to know the signals and what they did, and, you know, it's just
yeah, and even, I mean, the pack, they try to keep it tight, which is nice for the viewers, but still you're looking left, and then you want to follow the jammer around to the right, and then, oh, I missed something in the backfield there, you know?
Yeah. Because they're not necessarily on the even part, you know. I mean, they'll get out and then and guess who? Molly is back there again. So the strategy to still try to make up as much points as possible with your lead MVP. I mean, nothing against anybody else, but I mean her sneakiness and her smile that she just loves. And you know she's coming. So you know it's like, okay, get ready, here it comes.
It's very rare to find a player of roller derby out there looking like they're not having a good time. You know, in the bouts that I've been to. Oh,
look who snuck out.
There we go. Oh, and Molly's going to give Jambino a run for their money here, though. Look at Molly just taking that corner there, really working those wheels. She must have her sticky wheels on today. Oh, Half Pint coming in with Jambino goes out. Half Pint put a hit on Jambino at the last second there. And Jambino went right out, just enough to lose her balance. She was on 1 foot for a minute there. Molly and Jambino coming around. Skate for skate. Oh, on 1 foot, Jambino sneaking through. Molly giving the twinkle toes signal. I'm having troubles. But mind you, each time both of them make it through. There's a call off by Jambino with style there. Oh, and Agony getting called for it looked like a track cut. I believe that big X from Dr. Math there.
All I heard her say was, I knew it.
I knew it, yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah, one of those situations where you know you done something wrong, and, did I get away with it, though? And then Dr. Math right there, never forgetting to carry the remainder.
What was the score again? 244 to 130, Black. Okay, so but it's not so, one-sided as we saw at half.
Yep.
At the intermission.
Still got that 100-point deficit.
Yeah.
And I know we had the 10-minute warning. It feels like 10 minutes ago, and I'm sure for these teams out here it feels like a half hour ago. Oh, Betsy Poop giving some love to Harlan Oscara.
So what's the story about how behind your wife's court name or track name? Or
I guess she's a little bit nervous there sometimes in the gastrointestinal field, and so her maiden name before she married me was Betts. Okay. So people said, "Hey, you're Betsy Poop," because she had to make a little nervous run before each of the bouts there in her beginning years. And then she's always loved it. She embraced it. Hey, I'm number two. I'm Betsy Poop.
I'm number two.
Let's go. So, and then there we go. It's a call off. Yeah, and like I said, my wife started out playing with the Appalachian Roller Girls, who are still very much ticking out there, and then moved to Charleston, South Carolina, and played with that team down there. And then we moved to Tampa and had a child, and she wasn't playing in Tampa, but then moved out here to Altus, Oklahoma, and found out, hey, 580 Roller Girls is the thing. Let's check them out, and ended up linking up with one of her friends from Charleston, who is Blazin' Asian, and Blazin' was playing out there in Charleston, and then now she lives in Wichita Falls, comes out here. That's an hour 20 drive, but comes out here to practice and play with this team because man, once you get bit by the roller derby bug, there's no going back. That's an infection for life.
Okay.
So,
well, I can see the fun with it, and they have a season, and what's so nice about a 580 roller derby has a season with teams that they play out of state, where so that's why really it kind of not only shut down with COVID, but even after the year after, all the states were different as far as indoor activities. And so now that that's all cleared and we're ready to go here in the new year. So hopefully this gets you a little bit of a taste for it. And for those who like what they see, we want to be able to bring that to you for the home matches.
Definitely.
For 580 roller derby.
Yeah, and I remember we played a game with Ada not too long ago, and they were videotaping out there and doing kind of a live stream, to put on the archives or put on YouTube, something like that. So we could go back and watch some game footage,
Yeah.
Hey, you remember that hit? Did you,
Yeah.
So I can not be on the phone doing the recording as much, but we can go back and watch the action, as it happens there. All right, we got Harlot Oscara with the lead jam, but blazing up the track, right on her tail. Scarlett gonna, boom, take that hit. Oh, makes it right by Dulce. O'Hara getting some points, but blazing not letting her go that easy. Harlot Oscara creating a little bit of space between Scarlett and between Harlot and Blazin, and there she goes. All right, now if Blazin gets caught up here or pushed out of the track, Blazin goes down, and now the white team's going to run Blazin back. Dr. Math keeping the pack tight. Blazin coming in, putting a block, and you can just tell Blazin is feeling this short numbers on the bench. Legs turning into jelly, trying to push. There's the pack called by Dr. Math. Blazin getting pushed out, having to go back. Harlot Oscara getting free. Blazin working to get free. There's the call. Holy moly. I'm not sure that was enough points forward for one team or the other, because they were both making it through the pack pretty good. Blazin got stuck there at the end a little bit. I'll be interested to hear a points update for Jancy Pants. That's a timeout for Black there. They're going to take a timeout, hopefully take a knee.
All right. They're going to take a timeout. We will take it with them, and we'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
Skates a try, dust them off from the
right,
attic
so
there, or
doing
something like that.
Plea to
They're doing
anybody that wants to be a part of the organization.
Running, 3 blockers as opposed to the normal 4. So you can imagine how much extra work that the blockers are doing today and how much extra work that the jammers normally have to do. Just pushing 3 people around versus the 4. But here we go with some more roller derby action. There goes Jambino. Getting the lead jam in a big pile up there on Highway 62. Jambino making it around quick. Molly finally getting free. Jambino's going to keep going after a big knockdown there and score some more points. If Black can get a good stop on Molly here, which is going to be tough, and push, and Molly's keeping going. You can see Black rotating, but it's not enough to keep Molly down. Molly's going to score some points, and Jambino's going to catch right back up to her. Jambino said, "Here I am."
Yes, she is.
Oh, and there goes Jambino right through the pack there on White. White's blocker. White has one blocker in the box right now, and Agony's going to come back in and hopefully get some good stoppage there on the Black team on Jambino. Half pint rolling up front, trying to get that last push. Maybe she could throw Jambino off her skates, but it wasn't enough. You know it's a long day when you see Molly getting a little bit tired out here.
You can see that there's a different change.
Yep.
Because that's.
Well, we got half pint down on the track there. I think she's okay. I think she's just winded. And power to half pint. Really, really giving it their all today. 275 to 157. Still high spirits from both teams. Half pint looking like she's in agony.
I think they were trying to.
Half pint, you look like you got one more in you, though.
I think they're
a couple words from one of the officials there. Half pint stepping it up.
You can definitely tell that they're really getting winded now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's taking its toll, and it's just as it would be.
Well, like we were saying earlier, talking like old men here, talking about the weather. Thank goodness it's not 100 degrees out here anymore.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
But that didn't stop these teams out here. They were out here still on Tuesdays and Sundays in the 100-degree heat. Hopefully sponsored by some kind of water purifying sponsor. But they were out here sweating it out, getting it in, building the stamina. And that's Harlot Oscara with the lead jam. White team doing a good job keeping the Black jammer in the pack tight. Betsy Poop putting the business on Harlot. Badger out there saying, "You got to make it through me too. I'm still here." They're working to keep that pack together. You can see Betsy with the Betsy Poop with the heads up there, trying to keep the pack close, within 10 feet of each other. That was enough to keep it. Harlot still lead jammer, the only one scoring points right now too, because Storm has not been able to break free of the blockers. Just getting worked out there. Here comes Storm. Storm v. Agony. Storm just leaning on her, leaning in, trying to get free. Betsy Poop not letting her through though. There we go. Everyone giving it their all in these last few minutes. Holy moly, crew.
That's the game, okay.
Oh, there it is. That was the final jam.
Well, Jeff, that was a pleasure that we were able to do this and get it off with the weather-wise, and we're hoping that we'll continue with the season when we get to the Great Plains Coliseum. So just a great opportunity for fun and family. And so for those unfamiliar with the Oklahoma Sports Network, it's easy. Just download us on your app, Apple and Android. devices. Just search Oklahoma Sports Network, free to watch, and of course on OSN1, we're going to have all kinds of different sporting. They all come through the handshakes through all the girls.
Everybody giving love.
And that's pretty cool.
A lot of tough action, a lot of hard work by both teams here today. Good job, teams.
I'm going to have the MVP announced. And
thanks for covering this for us. We love bringing awareness to roller derby and just who we are and who these hard-playing folks are.
They're all
out
kind of showing that they skate by the fan and
a lot of
thank them
love
for
fans.
coming.
Yep.
So we'll be announcing more opportunities when the schedule gets out more. So us knowing the home matchups at the Great Plains Coliseum over in the winter months when they start their season, we're going to be able to do that and try to follow as much as possible. And so we love that as an opportunity. So you can download us free and just keep us on the go, whether you're on your phone, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. For Jeff, this is Eric Sherham bidding you a pleasant good evening for 580 Roller Derby, and we'll be back in action again. You've been watching a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.